I'm sorry, Danny. Who would start at the 4 in that lineup?
It would be Cody Zeller with Marvin Williams at the 3.
Cody Zeller is not a stellar defender, is he?
He's serviceable. I mean, he's a lot better than some. He's average at best. I'll tell you that.
But again, that's the problem. Is you have someone like Justice Winslow, who's just gonna run Marvin Williams off the floor, and no one's gonna stop him. He'd have a lot of guys who are really good at getting to the basket. They're these quick young guys, and even Dwayne Wade in his advanced age now, he has all the tricks. He can get to the three. I don't know. When you have the Zeller Jefferson front court against starters, especially, if Miami wants to space the floor with Joe Johnson, I don't know how they defend that.
I guess game 2 for Miami and Charlotte will be on Wednesday because, I guess, of the delayed playoff series. It gives the Heat time to rest. Even though Wade and those guys had plenty of rest time because that game was pretty much a blowout on Sunday, when you have Joe Johnson, Luol Deng, and Dwayne Wade in those advanced age stage years, I guess all the rest is needed possible. Last game before we go into a quick break, Cleveland, Detroit Sunday. Detroit came out on fire for 3 quarters. They couldn't be stopped behind the three-point line, and they were actually up on Cleveland on the road going into the fourth quarter. But then it wasn't LeBron James. It was Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love just dismantling the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Reggie Jackson. What do you think is the real reason why the Cavaliers won this game, Ethan? Was it Reggie Jackson self-destructing the Pistons' offense, or was it the fact of Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving just doing everything they could offensively? What do you think the biggest takeaway in Game 1 was?
I think it's a mixture of both, but when it comes down to it, the Pistons blew the game. There are a lot of crucial errors down the stretch there. Some of them may have been preventable, but some of it was inexcusable. I think what really helps Cleveland, though, is if you can get any people besides LeBron really involved in the offense, LeBron can take a couple possessions off on offense. Between going against the combo forwards that Detroit has, it's tough for him to do that against Marcus Morris and Tobias Harris. It's hard for him to do it for 48 minutes. So if you can get Kyrie Irving involved and Kevin Love can spot up, and that's not a good matchup for Drummond. He's not able to come out. And if you can get Drummond away from the rim, it takes away his whole strength of rebounding. So, it's kind of interesting to see how that's going to play out during the whole series.
Let's just say this. The Detroit Pistons shot 15 for 29 from the three-point line. They shot 51%. There's no way, like you said, that a team shoots 51% and knocks down 15 three-pointers against the Cleveland Cavaliers. There should be no way the Pistons should have lost Game 1. Really. They hit everything under the sun at one point. It just seemed like in the first half especially, Marcus Morris could not miss in the first half. I think he had, either 19 in the first half? What was it, 19 points in the first half?
I think so.
Yeah, he was unstoppable. He only scored 1 point in the second half. But I'm sorry, Ethan. If I told you that the Detroit Pistons went 15 of 29 from the three-point line in Game 1 in Cook and Loans Arena, would you thought Detroit would win that game?
I mean, I don't know. Cleveland's that good. Detroit's not that good.
That's just the funny part about it. But I'm saying if I'm spotting a team, if I'm spotting the visiting team 15 three-pointers and they shoot not just 51% from the three-point line, they shot 50% from the floor. You're shooting 50% from the floor, 51% from the three-point line, and actually Andre Drummond only missed 1 free throw. I would have thought Detroit would have won this game.
Yeah, everything you're saying is true.
But
this is the exact kind of recipe you'd have to beat Cleveland. You shoot the lights out. You're taking advantage of all the opportunities. But Drummond is an awful free throw shooter. But if he's making them, that's exactly the kind of recipe you'd have. And they're playing good defense. What they hold Cleveland to, 89 points or something?
It was earlier this season, 89 points earlier this season. I guess they held them to 106. But Cleveland broke through the fourth quarter, a lot of three-pointers. Game 2 is looking like it's going to be tomorrow in Cleveland. I don't think Detroit will shoot that well again. I think Cleveland will put the throttle to them in Game 2. I think then we'll see Detroit basketball again on Friday. I don't think that Cleveland's going to let this happen again. So we're going to take a quick break.
it's certainly going to be tough for him.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for him. We're going to take a quick break. We'll pay a couple quick bills. And I want to get Ethan's opinion as we close out the show, because Stan Van Gundy made a very interesting comment about potential head coaching candidates out in Minnesota. And I know Ethan has wrote an article about the Minnesota Timberwolves, and I want to get his thoughts on the potential candidates and interviews out in Minnesota. And I also want to get his take on Earl Watson being the head coach in Phoenix, as well as who of the NBA FCP writing staff can take over the head coaching job of the Sacramento Kings. So we got a lot to answer with Ethan before we get back. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back in about 1.5 minutes to close out the show here on Full Court Press Radio here on the Happy Hour Network. We're right back in 1 minute.
Are you looking for some sick sports apparel? DHTK designed some of the newest and coolest brands such as Represent, Game Over, and Don't Hate the King. DHTK's vision is to integrate culture, fashion, and attitude that best represents the players and caters to us, the fans. Click on DHTK.com and subscribe to their mailing list for an automatic 10% off your order. If you are a basketball fan, follow DHTK on social media. Visit DHTK.com for more details. DHTK.com. You don't have to be a king to dress like one.
We're all born with the blues, whether we want to admit it or not. Though you'll truly experience the blues from a different yet very unique perspective when you visit Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues. At Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues, you'll experience some amazing sounds from aspiring, talented musicians in the blues genre. Be sure to download Yippee-Ki-Yay Blues Android app from Google Play Store and get wired to the Rattled Beach Show on Friday nights. Blues on YippieKiYayBlues.com.
We are back for the final segment of Full Court Press Radio here on the Happy Hour Network. I'm your host, Dave Thompson. Check with me tonight, 347-857-1947. I got Ethan Stern from NBAFCPRadio.com with me here on the show, closing out the show. And so we got about 5 minutes, Ethan, before we head off the show. So I'm going to get some quick takes from you. Stan Van Gundy came out in the media today and said the Minnesota Timberwolves should be thankful and lucky that they have a chance to talk to guys like Tom Thibodeau, Jeff Van Gundy, and Mark Jackson. So, Ethan, in 30 seconds, if you had a choice between those three head coaches and you're the Minnesota Timberwolves, which one would you hire?
Anyone but Mark Jackson. I dealt with that for 3 years, and I'm so glad that he's gone.
Okay, so Mark Jackson's down. Who do you got? Jeff Van Gundy or Tom Thibodeau? If you're the Minnesota
being in the New York area, being over in the New York area, I never really liked Jeff Van Gundy, so I'm all in on Tibbs. I want to see him whip those young guys into shape.
Can you imagine what kind of team defensively they would have, especially with all that youth and talent? With Karl Anthony Towns, you would have Andrew Wiggins, I think, who's going to be a tremendous defender. Ricky Rubio, one of the best passing lane point guards in the NBA. You have guys like Zach LaVine. Adrian Payne, I think, is a very solid defender. Of course, you have the leader, Kevin Garnett, who has a great relationship with Tom Thibodeau anyway for the days in Boston. Do you think Thibodeau can turn this defense into a top 15 defense in 1 year?
Oh, absolutely. And, I think the other big thing that's going to get him to come is, they have a GM opening. And the big thing for him is he wants control of the team. So if Minnesota wants to offer it, I think he's there.
Let's talk about the Phoenix Suns and the rehiring of Earl Watson. Do you agree with the selection of coach?
I don't really know if they had much of a choice. They kind of dismantled the organization from the inside out. The players, they got a couple nice pieces, but they got to have some consistency. And if that's the guy that you had, then you have to keep him.
Your thoughts on what's going on in Sacramento? Now, the question is, before you say who you think your head coaching choice would be, if you look at the entire NBA FCP radio staff right now, and there's about maybe 7, 8, or 9 of us, which one of us is the best head coaching candidate to be taking over in Sacramento?
I want to see Eric do it, just to see him move up to Northern California. What I really want, I just want Vivek to coach the team himself. Just let him do all the crazy stuff he wants.
I mean, basically, you think he's the type of coach that try to run like the fast break offense, just no dribbling. Everybody has to do football passes, looking like arena football out there with the Kings. And it's just so
that's 1970s basketball. I don't want to go back to that.
Here's the thing in Sacramento. The Kings actually have a good foundation. They actually have decent players. You have, Boogie Cousins. As long as you show him some love, hug him a few times and let him know that he's there's nothing wrong with him. You have an elite center. You have Rajon Rondo, which I think you can bring back after the season he's had. And he had a very, very good season. You have Rudy Gay. You have a potential another lottery pick. I'm not sure why they drafted Willie Cauley-Stein if they weren't going to use him the way I thought they were going to use him. And Ben McLemore has been just terrible, and they've drafted nothing but terrible two guards. So you have a feeling where they're going to go in the draft. Hi, Jaylen Brown. Hi, Chris Dunn. Hi, Jamal Murray. But really, and you have a fan base that really, really, really enjoys this team. And most importantly, you have a brand new state-of-the-art facility that is going to open up in the fall. And you're telling me coaches are not banging down this door. At some point in time, it doesn't have to be the players in the organization. It has to be the players and the popcorn vendors. It has to be the front office's take. Do you think it's Vivek's fault that he hired Vlade Divac? Do you think he should part ways with this whole situation, or do you think he should give it a little bit more time?
The thing is Vlade Divac just doesn't know anything about how to be a GM. Someone asked about the different cap details. He's like, you can stretch a player? I didn't know about that. He just doesn't know how to do it. And if he has someone, if he just is the face and they have someone else do the actual general manager duties, then fine, it works out. It's just fan service. Bobby Jackson is a color commentator, which I feel bad for him that he got stuck with that, and Vlade got the GM job. But the thing is they don't have consistency, and even when you get a good coach, there's just there's a consistent revolving door, and coaches want consistency.
Exactly. So, Ethan, we got about maybe 45 seconds before we head out of here. Ethan, what you got coming up on the website?
I want to start writing more about the playoffs. I'm really tired about hearing how these Warriors they're not Jordan. So I'm going to want to write something about how 73 really is that much better than 72.
As our good friend, Don't Hate the King, always said, 73 and 9 is a lot better than 72 and 10. So big shout out to our good friends, Dan Newfield and his brother Ellie over at DHTK. Check them out because they got some great gear over there, including the Game Over GAM 30 VER and Represent 23. So, like I said, we're going to check out here. We'll see you guys on Thursday night for Full Court Press Radio. For Danny Thompson, Ethan Stern, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Peace.
At Busch Gardens, the thrills keep going all year long. And with an annual pass, you will too. For just $14 per month, get a year of unlimited daily admission, free parking, plus discounts on dining, shopping, and select tours, and a year of monthly rewards totaling $275 in value. Get an annual pass for your most thrilling year yet, starting with the family spin coaster Cobra's Curse, opening soon. Details at buschgardenstampa.com. Rewards value based on 12-month 2016 calendar. Taxes and service fees not included. Restrictions apply.